Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another One Piece TCG Market Watch update. I am Jordan, your host here at Treasure Theory, and guys, today we're going to be taking a look over on eBay to see what people have been buying and selling in the month of May so that we can make calculated decisions on the next cards that we should be investing or collecting in. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This is going to be an interesting video. There's been very specific cards being bought out this month that I think you're going to want to see. But before we get into all of that, guys, just a quick word from today's sponsor. We've all seen the horror stories. Facebook scams, cards that never show up, or getting hit with that chargeback on the high-end slab. Which is exactly why I partnered with Card Trade. If you're buying or selling cards in your DMs, you're risking getting scammed, and if you go over on a marketplace, you're gonna get crushed by fees. If you sell an 800 card on eBay, you lose $100. Move a $5,000 grail, $600 is gone. But Card Trade fixes this. Card Trade gives buyers the option to have their money safely and securely held until the card is safely in your hands, and sellers can have confidence that they are selling their cards to verified users. No chargebacks, no burner accounts. And the best part? Zero transaction fees. Just a flat protection fee starting at $9.99, and depending on the plan you get, you can protect up to $5,000 in value. If you're serious about collecting, this is a no-brainer. You need a safe place to sell and buy your cards, and Card Trade is just the place for you. So click the link down in the description below or the pinned comment, download the app, and you'll automatically get a chance to win a $25 TCG Player gift card. And use my code Treasure Theory to get 15% off your first month when you select Protection Plan. Stop the scams, keep your profits, and protect your deals. Download Card Trade today. And thanks to Card Trade for sponsoring this video. So naturally, we can't start a video without me showing off the latest card I got in the mail, and wha-bam! We looking at the Gum Gum Golden Rifle. Fantastic looking manga event card. Guys, I still think a lot of these manga event cards are super underrated and underpriced. These look fantastic if you're displaying them in stuff like this in these acrylic cases. They look great in your binder, but more importantly, they just look fantastic in general. And of course, they're a very unique type of card. We've only seen manga cards in the One Piece TCG in two variations, which are the Grail Chase cards and, of course, these special manga event cards. And as you know, OP16, there's going to be another one called Zihaha, which I'm going to be having my eyes on too. And I'm not even kidding. I'm pretty sure that's what the card's called. Anyways, let's see what people are buying in the month of May. Starting off, guys, we have got this fantastic Nico Robin. Okay, and I don't say her first name often because, you know, but I'll say it today. But anyways, guys, we've got this PSA 10 Robin SP from EBO3 selling for $1,500, and we can see the total pop count for these is 321. However, if you notice, there's actually quite a drop there in the total PSA 10s available, which is 248. So definitely a little interesting. As you know, a lot of the cards in the One Piece TCG are highly graded. But let's move on. We have got this awesome looking Boa Hancock Treasure Cup card, top 64, selling for $6,500 USD. Now, something I find really interesting about some of the top 64 cards is how, even though it's a top 64, we find it actually being a lot more expensive than top 16 cards from other championships. Now, I don't know if this is just specifically just characters taking over these Treasure Cup cards, because Treasure Cup cards, very low print, there's not many that exist, you have to win the tournaments to get them, or buy them off winners and stuff like that. I just find it interesting how a top 64 is $6,500 USD. You know, I know there was a Luffy one recently that was top 64, that's also expensive as well. If anybody wants to add to that, let me know as to why the price is so high, besides it being a BOA. But yeah, $6,500, crazy. All right, next up, we have got a One Piece Day Dallas card. That is right, the Monkey D. Luffy card that you can only get from going to One Piece Day. Now, this wasn't sold for $1,200. It was best offer, and for some reason, I cannot find it on 130 point. If somebody wants to explain why that's happening, let me know. I'm still trying to get used to that. However, I'm going to make an educated guess and say they probably sold it for $1,150. I mean, we don't normally see best accepted offers being too far from the original price. But regardless, guys, a really special type of card showing all of Luffy's transformations. It's one of a kind. I mean, there is no other card quite like this one. Really cool looking card. And again, you had to be there to get the card, so we can see there's only about 1,500 graded in total, and only close to 1,100 made it to PSA 10, so very interesting to see that. Alright, so next up we've got the Premium Bandai Collection Luffy going for PSA 10, selling for $450 USD. Now this is one of the cards I wanted you to keep your eyes out on, because as I was scouring through eBay, I couldn't help but notice a ton of people are buying this up right now. We've got a Sanji that sold recently for $150 USD, a Nami that also sold, how soon after that? Only a couple hours after that for $300 USD. You know, we've got a Zoro as well. People have been buying this up. I mean, let's quickly take a look here. As I scroll down, you can see there's a Jinbei there. We got a couple of Luffys. We've got Zoro, Sanji, Nami, Jinbei, I mean, like, Chopper, like, people have been buying this up. These cards have been starting to go up in price. I do think we're starting to see promos and collections starting to spike, or perhaps somebody's trying to make this their next big move. But yeah, guys, some serious buying action going on with the 25th anniversary collection. So definitely keep that in mind. I recently saw a raw version of the Zoro in the wild recently, and I just didn't take the opportunity to buy it. Kind of regretting it now, but they're really nice looking cards. The texturing is pretty nice, but something to consider. All right, moving on. We have got a 2024 Top 16 Garp selling for $1,700 USD. Now, guys, you don't see many of these cards in the wild. This is from 2024. You got to keep that in mind. Now, what I find interesting is it's saying this is a Japanese promo here. I'm not quite sure if this is a mix-up. But anyways, regardless, pretty crazy to see that. Top 16, not too many of these in existence because, again, it's an early Treasure Cup card. All right, next up, we've got a Top 64 Nami selling for $3,000 USD. Super gorgeous card. Honestly, you know, and I tell this usually every time I see this card, but I was trying to buy this off a guy for $400 before the big spike. And it just kills me that the deal didn't happen after because he was considering it. But anyways, this card's super popular, really expensive, and honestly, it's not hard to see why. So May 7th at 8:11 p.m., somebody paid $1,800 USD. Actually, we're going to look at the best offer now in a second for a 10 collection of the second anniversary set. Now, these cards are pretty awesome looking. I've happened to see a few of them. They're pretty fantastic. This was the first promo set that I feel nobody could get their hands on. It was when the boom was starting. People were pretty upset about it. But when we look at the best offer, it was about $1,625 USD. So not too bad. They are pretty awesome looking cards, and I mean each leader's got the crew around them as well, which is super sick. A lot of aura, really nice cards. So next up, we've got the Winter Robin card from the Heroines Battle Pack, selling for $1,000 USD, and very surprised to see there's only 26 total pop count of these. I've seen quite a few of these selling in the wild, but yeah, only 26 PSA 10s. That is super interesting. And of course, along with this set came the Nami and the Bonnie winter cards as well. I'm not really sure which one is being included for the PSA count here, but regardless, really nice looking cards, and yeah, I mean, they're winter cards, so they're definitely worth a bit of money. Okay, so this one's insane. Somebody recently bought this Luffy card, the Gear 2 Luffy from EBO2 for $9,000, people. This is insane. And, you know, that set's been out for a little while now, and there's not even 1,000 total PSA 10 counts. So it really goes to show how the EB sets have very low prints, okay? This is why we see, and same with PRBs. It's why we see the Sanji, the Chopper. You know, Uda's not a big popular character, but she's still in this category. These are very low print, very high demand cards, so it explains why the price is so high. Next up, guys, now these cards have been making waves. We're talking about the first anniversary set. These have been selling like hotcakes, and the price has completely skyrocketed. I mean, this entire set has gone crazy. Look at this. We're selling for $5,000 now, which is just absolutely insane. I never got a chance to see this in the wild, but I do really think, considering what we've seen earlier, that sealed promotional cards are starting to go up in price because they're just becoming harder and harder to find. Not to mention, I just think these cards are super unique. The art style is really cool. We've got a couple of cards being offered here, $1,100 for this Chopper, $1,500 for the Zoro. I mean, it's crazy. It is crazy what's going on, but yeah, first anniversary set might be your last chance to get it. Next up, we've got the Nami SP from EBO3. You know, gorgeous card. Probably one of the top grails for EBO3 for sure. Still quite a bit of a low pop count, but these are crazy SPs. I have 0 of these Heroine SPs, man. I'm a little jealous of people who got them, who've got a full collection. They're super fantastic. I'm keeping my eyes out, but, you know, again, EB sets, low print, so I might have to act fast. Speaking of other sets, we've also got the Chinese set being sold here. The first anniversary Chinese set selling for $3,000. These are super interesting looking cards. Honestly, I really do want to get a couple of these myself. They're just super fantastic looking. And quite frankly, I do think they're quite rare. I don't have specific numbers, but overall, guys, these cards just look absolutely banger. I love them. I love the gold kind of tinge to them too, especially the Sanji, man. Oh, that's fantastic. And the Zoro, I can only imagine what's going on here with the texturing. Super great looking cards. Speaking of Zoro, we've got a best accepted offer for PSA 10 OP06, so OG manga Zoro, selling for, let's find out, selling for $4,325 USD. So definitely a bit of a drop, but hey, that's still pretty great, solid card. It's Zoro, the first Zoro manga card in the series, and it's a great one, to be honest with you. But yeah, there you go. All right, moving on. Next up, we've also got the Manga Buggy, selling for, best offer, let's see, $2,100 USD. So only a couple $100 off, but hey, not too bad. Not even 800 of these have gotten graded. So that's definitely super interesting. Great looking card. Who doesn't love Buggy? Next up, we've got the Boa from EBO3, selling for $1,455. This was on May 3rd, so last Sunday. And again, one of the top grails of the EB sets, but I got my eyes on Robin, you know what I'm saying? We've also got, this is an interesting buy, we've got the super pre-release winter card, PSA 10, selling for $8,000, almost $9,000, guys, which is crazy to me. But this is probably one of the oldest cards in the One Piece TCG, so I'm not surprised. Definitely an incredible grail to chase, so hey, pretty nice. We've just got a couple of cards left here. We've got the OP09 SP Nami, selling for $1,075. And we've got a Boa manga card selling for $2,650. This card has maintained its value, if not continued to grow, and I don't think we're going to see that change. It is also a super solid looking Boa card. And here's something we haven't seen too often, a Kobe PSA 10 selling for $1,350. Only 46 of these as PSA 10s. As PSAs, sorry. 43 as PSA 10s, so definitely interesting to see that here. And last but not least, guys, we have got a Perona SP from the EBO3 set. A lot of these SPs being bought and sold for $700 or $800 USD. Well, anyways, guys, there you have it. Those are the latest cards being bought and sold on the market. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. A video should pop up on the screen. Be sure to click it, and I will see you over there.